Hey guys, Matt from Model Flight here. Today we're looking at the Spektrum DXE 7-channel 2.4 GHz radio. There's a few different features involved with this radio, so you can program it on a laptop or mobile device. There's also a little bit of programming you can do in the radio itself. So out of the box we have the DXE transmitter, 4 AA batteries and an AR610 receiver. This can be purchased without the receiver for a little bit cheaper, but the version we've got here does come with a receiver. On the transmitter we have a bind button, 3-position flight mode switch, a throttle hold, a wireless trainer button used for the wireless trainer features with any other DSM-X transmitter. We have a high and low rate switch for our dual rates, a 3-position flap switch and a 2-position auxiliary switch. On the rear of the transmitter, behind the battery compartment, there's an access point. This is to be used for the lithium-ion battery pack that came out when the DX6 and DX7 transmitters were introduced. So that same battery pack can be used on this transmitter here. Opening up, straight out of the box, it runs on the AA batteries. On the transmitter we can do servo reversing. To access this menu, you hold the left-hand gimbal to the top right and the right-hand gimbal to the top left and power on the transmitter. Let's go through a series of beeps. Now we've got one LED flashing. This refers to channel 1, which is throttle, and we can scroll through the channels using the right-hand stick. So if we move the right-hand stick to the right, we'll get 2 channels. This refers to channel 2 being the ailerons, 3 for elevator, 4 for rudder, 5 for flaps, 6 auxiliary 1 and 7 for auxiliary 2. To reverse any of these channels we use the same right hand stick, but we push it up. We'll get a red LED flashing. This means the channel is reversed. If we don't want it reversed, we pull it down and we get an orange LED back. This means it's normal. So we can scroll through the channels any which way we like. To save the settings, we just simply power off the transmitter. The DXE offers a few other programming functionalities. This can be done through either a phone or a laptop. So here we've got our phone and a AS3X programming cable. This particular one has a 3.5mm jack for audio output out of the phone. You can also get it with a USB plug. So if you wanted to do it out of your laptop, you just plug the USB into a USB port. So with our audio cable, we just plug it into the headphone jack on our phone. On the rear of the transmitter, there's a little plug just above the battery compartment, and we can plug our other end of our programming cable into that there. From here, we'll open up the app on our phone. Here we can choose basic setup, so we can name our model or choose whether we program the radio as a 7 or a 9-channel radio. We can choose wing type, whether it's conventional aircraft with elevator and wing or whether it's something like a delta wing. All of our servo reversing, throttle cut, so we can cue a petrol powered motor via a switch. Exponential, so we can adjust how sensitive the sticks are within the centers. Trainer setting, so we can choose what the DXE will control as a slave transmitter when hooked up to a master transmitter. Transmitter settings, so we can see whether it's a mode 1, 2, 3 or 4, about, so we can see our firmware, what model firmware we're running, and a report bug, so we can report any issues to Spektrum and they can get it fixed as soon as possible. Okay, so now we're going to go through and program the DXE transmitter to work with our eFlight P47. So first we're going to bind it up, so we'll power the aircraft on first to put it into binding mode. Once the aircraft is powered up, we can now go ahead and hold down the binding plug on the transmitter and power it on. So a solid orange light indicates that it's bound correctly. So now we can go through and check our control throws. And our ailerons are reversed, so we'll go ahead and reverse that now. So we'll depower the aircraft now that we're successfully bound, and we'll go back through our reversing program. So the ailerons are channel 2, so we'll come here, reverse those, turn the transmitter off to save the settings, And now, when we go through and power on the craft again, and wait for it to initialize, we should see that the ailerons are now in fact going the correct way. So this aircraft is ready to fly. Okay, so that was a demonstration on how we can use the DXC straight out of the box to bind up to one of our aircraft. For those who want to get into a few more programming features, we'll get back on the phone now and we can actually provide a model name and change anything else we might like through the phone. So to change the model name, we go into Basic Setup and we click on First Model. Here we can change it to P47. Press done and that's saved. Now that we've got our P47 saved in here, we can add a new model. Let's say we've got the Glimpse, we can type in Glimpse. And save that. So we go back, we've got our P47 and our Glimpse. So now we can select the P47 or select our Glimpse. Let's say we crashed a model or sold it, passed it on, no longer have it. We don't need that taking up any space in our model memory. We can just press vertically down on the model and here we can delete it. We can also reset, share the model or copy it. So in this case we want to delete it, just hit OK and we're back to just our P47 in the menu. The DXC is a very affordable radio and yet is very flexible. It's got many advanced features as featured in some more expensive radios, so it's good for any ultra micros and can progress you up to anything else requiring up to a 7-channel radio. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. If you wanted to see a video based on the UMX P47, feel free to click here. Other than that, I'm Matt from Model Flight. We'll see you next time.